If you've been around this channel for a long time, you'll know that I've always enjoyed diving into the insanity that Kickstarter offers from time to time, just looking at some of the more outrageous product pitches. And today someone sent me this Kickstarter pitch claiming that it's the worst one the site has ever seen, to which I rolled my eyes and scoffed like an anime villain. The horrors I've seen on that site, I'm like a war veteran of Cringe with PTSD, just remembering things like the Air Umbrella and Michael Superbacker, God bless. But I still decided to take a peek, so I dusted my shoulders off and decided to dive in, and interestingly enough, it is very bad. I don't know if I'd call it the worst. It's pretty awful, but I don't know if it's the worst I've ever seen. But I thought it'd be still fun to dive into it, because this kind of content's something I haven't made in a while, so it'll be a nice little blast from the past for your ass.
There's more truth in here than what we're reading in the papers. Observe the millennials, the YOLOs, Generation Y, or why the fuck not, thinking they're special because mom and dad and their 5th grade teacher told them so. Armed with participation trophies and branded apparel to encourage superiority.
I think with just the first 15 seconds, you can immediately get the vibe behind this pitch. It's trying to suckle off of the cock of the Andrew Tate tough love formula, where it's like, everybody is a sensitive snowflake in today's society. Generation Y? More like Generation why the fuck are you still a bitch? Participation trophies out the wazoo, no one knows how to be a man anymore, no one knows how to think for themselves. Everyone you see is an NPC, just a zombie sleepwalking through life. Don't be like them. Buy my coffee. Like, he's immediately doing exactly what he's upset at the rest of the world for doing, being pretentious. That's this entire ad. Just some pretentious douchebaggery.
Newsflash. We all got the fucking memo. We see straight through your crap. Exhibit A. Look at the self-proclaimed artiste over here. Looking like a lumberjack from the 1800s. Low-budget lumberjack.
Pardon me, huh? Jiminy Christmas, have you ever seen a lumberjack? How does this guy look like an 1800s low-budget lumberjack? He's clean-shaven with slicked-back gelled hair. What are you talking about? It's just all around one of the weakest insults he could have squeaked out of his mouth there, because it sucks shit through a crazy straw. Not only does he not look like a lumberjack, but if he did, you're giving him a compliment. Lumberjacks are cool. The number one image that immediately gets into people's head when asked to think about a masculine man is a lumberjack. Like a fucking grizzly, bearded man oozing testosterone out of every pore in his body, chopping wood. That's like the quintessential man stuff, not drinking coffee from Kickstarter. He's trying so hard but failing to be a bully. And I feel bad for all the actors in this pile of dog shit, because all they do is stand there and let him go around and insult them. And they're not even insults, like, he's just really bad at it, but it must have been so uncomfortable, because I know they had no idea what this gig was going to entail, but they already showed up on set and were getting paid, so they just said, we'll let it rip. And it was probably extremely hard to not laugh at this guy being so bad at making insults.
I bet he's never even held an axe a day in his life. And what are these? Even your blindness is fake. Do you think your tattoos make you a coffee connoisseur? You realize that your devotion to non-conformity actually makes you conform. It's hypocrisy and flannel.
What are you yapping about? Do you think your tattoos make you a coffee connoisseur? Where is that coming from? What delusional dimension is your brain inhabiting? Come back to reality. Come back to us. I have tattoos, and I don't drink coffee. It's not like people get tattoos because all of a sudden it's going to make them a coffee expert or something. I don't know what tree he's barking up with that thought process, but it is confusing, to say the least. He's just blabbering on about some nonsense mumbo jumbo and trying to, like, insult the people around him. Now, all of this is to sell his coffee, which is supposed to be the world's strongest coffee, which I guess he may have succeeded at, according to his Kickstarter page. One 12 fluid ounce cup of his coffee apparently contains 702 milligrams of caffeine, which is more than the other competitor, Death Wish, at 660. Over 700 milligrams of caffeine in a single 12-ounce cup is absurd. The Panera Bread lemonade wouldn't kill you as fast as this would. To put in perspective how much caffeine that is, if you consume 1,200 milligrams of caffeine in a pretty short period of time, you are likely to experience caffeine toxicity, which can be fatal. So if you drank 2 cups of his coffee, it'll just send you straight to heaven to meet your maker. You'll sail into Valhalla with insomnia coffee being the thing that killed you. What an embarrassing way to go. Why would you ever want a 700 milligram caffeine beverage? At that point, just do meth. Meth would actually be safer and more healthy for you than drinking his coffee. That is so mind-boggling.
But you don't give a fuck about individualism like flannel fuck over here. No. You're a clone. With enough creatine, protein, and self-loathing to keep your arms inflated and your dick shriveling. He's been keeping an eye on that Ista Slut's ads for a while now. I think I saw him whimper at it.
The insecurity he's projecting with this scene in particular is just pathetic. Like, beyond embarrassing. This should not have made the final cut. This should have absolutely been scrapped ASAP. Oh, look at you. Drinking protein shakes, taking creatine, making your wiener shrivel up. What are you talking about? That's not what happens. He's just drinking protein shakes and taking creatine. That's not going to have any effect on his pee-pee size. Like, his penis is the exact same size, but now he is an overall more muscular man. More than you. Oh, all that self-loathing. You must be doing it because you're not comfortable in your own skin. You should be like me. No muscle mass and drinking 700 milligrams of caffeine every hour. And with my insomnia coffee, huh? That's what you should be. That's what a real man does. Drinking coffee to wash away all the pain and sorrow. Not lifting weights and drinking protein, idiot. And you were looking at sluts or something. He is just genuinely so bad at this shtick. Because he's just choosing things that are good. Being a lumberjack, being in shape and taking care of your body, and trying to portray them as a bad thing somehow, like, it makes no sense. He is actually horrible at trying to get across this, like, tough machismo, drink my coffee kind of thing. My coffee will make you a real man. Not like this guy who lifts weights.
Speaking of, behold, the voice of the common man. She's studying a magna cum laude in absolute fuckery. Purebred vegan. Drove down here in a Mini Cooper. Hit a dog on the way. If it wasn't a child. But don't worry. Daddy will pay for the dent. Stop taking relationship advice from misspelled Facebook posts. You need to realize no amount of Instagram followers, no amount of Twitter likes or retweets are gonna make up for the fact that you don't have a personality.
Oh, it's so cringe. Going into like this edgy fanfic about this girl now. Oh, you hit a dog, or maybe a child, on the way here. But your dad's gonna pay for the dent. And then he goes with the cliche, no amount of Twitter likes or Instagram followers is gonna make up for no personality, you harlot. Oh, it's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. Like, the actors, I can't believe they're actually able to keep it together. Maybe this is like the 40th take, so now they're just like tired and they're just doing everything they can to get the fuck out of there. Because there's no way you wouldn't be breaking character here laughing at the cringe.
How the fuck does she keep that shit down? Look, I'm not perfect. But at least I don't hide behind a veil of pretense like these fake fucks. We're tired of the facade. Who are we really? Wake the fuck up.
Ooh, so profound. What a sign-off. Wake the fuck up, samurai. Straight out of Cyberpunk. Really tried. And missed. What a big old L of a Kickstarter pitch that was. What are you talking about, man? You're making coffee. Out of every character type he tries to shoot spitballs at, out of every trope he tries to insult in his pitch, he is by far the fakest out of all of them. He is the one with the facade. You're not more awake or better than anyone else just because you're consuming 700 milligrams of caffeine that's coursing through your veins like Bane's venom from Batman. Like, it's so silly. Well, just, if you want to make the world's strongest coffee, go for it and try and sell it on that merit, as opposed to go up this weird alley here with, like, it's time to wake up, and the only way to do that is by never sleeping again with 700 milligrams worth of caffeine in every cup of our coffee. It's so silly. I just had to make fun of this. Something I'm sure he understands. That was his whole ad, just making fun of people. So, I'm making fun of the pretentious businessman who thinks his coffee is somehow making him superior to everyone else around him when it comes to intelligence and enlightenment and waking up. What a fucking joke. That's really about it. See ya.